What's up, everyone? This is It Takes Three podcast. I'm Bryce here with RJ and Chris as usual. Chris, welcome back. We missed you. For those who watched, previous weeks, you realize Chris keeps us focused, and so
the only one on task, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easy to ramble. But hey,
exactly. It is fun.
That's what we do.
Well, this is our second one of the year. Like we said, we took a couple breaks just for holidays and stuff, but we're back on it, ready to go. A lot of stuff to talk about. And so I just updated everyone that you're just getting ready for a kid, Chris. And I said, we all understand. Then I was like, just kidding. RJ understands. I don't. So.
Bryce needs a girlfriend first.
That is true. I know. We need more listeners. Help me out with all this.
What if we look back like 10 years from now and hopefully we're still doing this podcast, right?
Oh yeah.
And Bryce is married from someone who heard about him from the podcast and like
they ended up getting my ankle molds.
The ankle candles.
Yeah.
Ankle candles, yes. From episode 0, right? Like that.
Exactly.
As soon as those go on sale, I'm getting one. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yep. I'm just gotta clip my toenails first.
Gross. I had to do I joined a new gym because that's what people do in the new year, right? And it's not like a normal gym. It's like a I don't know how to explain it, dude. It's not like CrossFit. They really just train athletes, and I don't know why. I guess if you pay them enough, you get like fat, average, middle-aged dudes could go in there too. And so it's the most I've ever paid for a gym. First off,
how much is it?
It's $150 a month, and then I have Caden goes as an athlete, and it's like $80 a month for him. I've never paid that much for a gym, but it's super cool though. I mean, like it's personal training. You know, I go like 5 times a week. You can go 6 times a week if you want to, and it's technically 24 hours. You go anytime, but they have coaches on staff that will help you out, and they're like teaching me power cleans and stuff. But anyways, they do like all this cool stuff, high tech stuff. And I had to get on this high tech scale and had to take my shoes off. That's what got me thinking about this. And I was so embarrassed, man. I was like, I didn't know I was gonna do this today, dude. Like my toes ain't looking right.
I got them. What do they call them? What are they called? Where you have hair on your toes. They call them something. Yeah, hobbit feet. Yeah,
that's gross.
You
have red hair. You have red hair. Too?
I don't know what color it is.
What do you mean you don't know what color it is?
It's it's not a lot. It's just a little bit. It's not like I have like that's just growing into like between my toes. It's not a lot. I mean, it's just.
Hold on, it is growing between your toes?
No.
Oh, it's like on top of your toes.
Yeah, I don't have a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't. I'm not like I'm the hairiest dude in my family, and I have like 3 chest hairs. So like
same.
Yeah,
I don't too much hair.
Yeah.
See, we're already starting off strong, huh? Yeah, my New Year's thing was drink more water, so I'm trying to do better. I used to drink 80 ounces a day, and then quarantine hit, and can't do it no more.
Really?
Why?
Chris, you drink a lot of water, though, don't you?
Yeah, I drink like 150 ounces a day.
Jeez. That's like
I always have. Weight. I'm just thirsty.
It's like your body weight.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, I'm not going to say what that is compared to mine, but anyway.
It's 100 less than mine.
Dude, there's so much that happened in the sports world this past week.
Yeah, and so I know y'all two are big sports buff, and I like sports too, but y'all are really in it. So I know we were talking before the podcast about some things we need to talk about. Bryce is the host this week. I didn't mean to take over like that.
No, you're good. Go for it.
But the one thing I don't really understand is the Brooklyn Nets trade. So y'all explain that to me, you know?
So I used to be big into basketball, and I have gotten out of it recently. So Chris, you might know more about it. I just know it was 4-team deal, and like I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So the Nets sent Jarrett Allen, center, forward Tarin Prince to Cleveland, and guard Karis LeVert and forward Radonius Kirkus, as well as 3 first-round draft picks, 2022, 2024, and 2026, and 4 first-round swaps in 2021, 2023, 25, and 27 to Houston Rockets got Dante Exum, who's a former first-round pick who has really not done much, and a 22 first-round draft pick from Cleveland via Milwaukee. And Brooklyn in the deal obviously got the star player with James Harden, who's a little overweight right now. Talking about joining the gym, he needs to hit a gym himself. He's kind of ballooned a little bit.
And then, so for your average sports fan like me, that's the bearded guy, right? He's known for his beard, right?
Big beard, and now big belly.
Yeah,
my dude.
Well, Victor Oladipo went to the Rockets too.
Oladipo went to the Rockets. Yeah, that was one of the bigger pieces. Yep. Which is kind of crazy. The Nets it's not going to work, I don't think, because now you've got three ball hogs. Harden's a huge ball hog. Durant's a big ball hog, and Kyrie's a big ball hog.
And then you have DeAndre Jordan down low, who can be a hothead.
It's a great line. I mean, on paper, it's a great lineup, but
I think they're going to turn to the Heat, where everybody expects them to win their first year when LeBron, Bosh, and Wade were there, and then they couldn't do it for a couple of years.
That's true. I mean, the roster's pretty loaded.
They finally did do it, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, they had patience. I don't know if any of these players have patience to stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, on paper, it looks really nice, but I don't know. The Lakers are still dominant. I mean, they're still the best team.
Yeah,
by far.
So who's their starting lineup this year? I know they moved some people around. Obviously, LeBron is still there, correct?
Yeah, and they've got Anthony Davis, and they sign Montrezl Harrell, who he's coming off the bench like sixth man, but they've got Marc Gasol at center, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at shooting guard, and Dennis Schroeder at point guard. So they're pretty loaded. So
Alex Russo's not there. The McGee guy, I liked him because I watched him on YouTube.
JaVale?
Yeah, I liked him.
I mean, Caruso's still there on the bench.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then McGee's gone. But they've got Markieff Morris on the bench, Kyle Kuzma, Wesley Matthews, Jared Dudley. It's a pretty deep bench.
Like they'd be a good average starting five somewhere.
Yeah, so your bench here right now is of your five is Caruso, Matthews, Kuzma, Markieff Morris, and Harrell. Yeah, that'd be a top 10 team in the NBA. Yeah,
that's better than the Hawks starting lineup 2 years ago.
That's true.
So us being Carolina boys, if I had to pick a team that I wanted to represent, it would be the Hornets, right? But we haven't. Last time I really got into it was when Jeremy Lin was in the Hornets. I really like Jeremy. Yes, I really like Jeremy Lin just because he was. You don't really see too many Asian basketball players besides Yao Ming, and that did well. But now we have, what's his face? That ball guy.
LaMelo, dude, he's a baller.
Yes.
He's better than Lonzo.
I'm excited about it, man. And he brings excitement. Like when you watch him play, like he's the real deal, man. Like it feels like the Hornets might have a shot to be okay this year.
They could sneak in the playoffs. I mean, they've got Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Cody Zeller, PJ Washington, Devontae Graham, balls coming off the bench, Malik Monk. There's some solid players.
That's like my team is the Hawks, and I don't know how. I think one year in college before the season where I was like, I got to pick somebody.
Yeah, so we went to a lot of games, and
we did. We went to a lot of Hawks and Hornets games.
I've never been to a professional sporting event.
They're fun.
Basketball, football. We need to go, guys.
Wow.
Yeah. You've been to a Braves game?
Yeah, we went to the Braves game.
Oh yes, together. Yeah. All right, I take it back. And that was a blast. But we haven't been to their new stadium. We need to do that.
The new stadium's great.
And then the onme college event I believe I've ever went to is with y'all with that USC game. Oh yeah, and that was really cool. I enjoyed that, man.
Yeah, dude, me and Bryce were at the Hawks Lakers game when Kobe scored his 32,000th point. It was kind of wild.
Yeah,
I always remember that.
Yeah.
We should go to a Hornets game this year
if they let fans.
Oh yeah, true.
The MLB's allowing fans, so we can do that.
Yeah. But the year I picked the Hawks was the year that they didn't lose a game in January. And
Bryce is a bandwagon fan.
Yeah, they said I was like, I'll just go for them. And then that year they did good, but
dude, the same for me when I was I'm not like a true USC fan, I guess you could say, because when in the 90s, when I was, whenever all my friends were talking about college basketball, USC didn't have a team, like we were horrible. So I was like, who's this Christian Leitner Leitner guy, right? And I was like, I'll just go with this Duke team.
Go with the white boy.
Yeah. And so I've been a Duke fan ever since.
But then not only that in the NBA, but you got Urban Meyer going to the NFL for the Jaguars.
Yeah, that was fun. He'll
So
stay for
he coached Ohio State, correct?
and Florida.
Oh, okay.
So he left Florida he stopped coaching at Florida for health issues and ended up going to Ohio State and then stepped down as the coach for health issues, right, Chris?
Yep.
Another time?
Both of them.
Yeah.
So is his health good now? Is he healed?
I don't know if there's ever, I'm sure there was, but I don't think there's ever enough.
When they start losing, they'll he'll step down again.
For health issues.
Which that throws a wrench in everything. So do you think he's going to go with Lawrence? Because they get the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going with Lawrence or do you think they're going with Fields?
Dude, my prayer is that he hires Tony Elliott from Clemson, Clemson's O coordinator, and he's like the mastermind behind their offense. Then drafts Trevor Lawrence because it's a good pair there. And so he gets Elliott out of Clemson. Maybe they fall down a little bit, and then they get Lawrence.
Yeah.
I saw a meme where it's like it was Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence, and it was like, if you didn't like us at 0-14, don't come at us when we're 2-12.
But I just didn't know what that Justin Fields OSU connection, if that would bring him towards Jacksonville. But I think honestly, even though like I'm not the biggest Clemson fan, obviously I'm a Notre Dame fan, but like Trevor's gonna be a stud in the NFL. I think he's gonna be a better quarterback than NFL than he was in college, in my opinion. Considering in high school he was trained by Peyton Manning, you see a lot of stuff Peyton Manning did, in Trevor.
So how do you get to be trained by Peyton Manning?
Mm-hmm. I guess when you're the number 1 quarterback if you're the number 1 quarterback in the nation, you can get whatever you want when you're in high school.
I need to start training Caden up now, man. So I pay so much money for this stupid gym,
I'll come train him.
That's all right. It's all right. Yeah. I think we're busy.
I didn't tell your date. Yeah, but I just still think
just eat a quarantine. COVID out. It's all right. Oh man, that kid though, man, he loves football. I help out with the local high school team, and he wants to come every time we go to practice. And
that's awesome.
He's out there and he loves watching the kids and loves seeing what they're doing and stuff like that. So I hope that like translate to him being okay at football. I would love for him to go to a college. I don't care if it's D1 or not, just to be cool to have my kid playing college football.
Yeah.
Yeah, be pretty sweet.
Cool. Dude, I was also looking at, this is off topic and we can get back to sports after. I was looking at the Google Trends just to figure out what we're going to talk about. And how about Betty White turning 99?
99?
Yeah, she'll be 99.
I thought you said 90. I thought you said 90 earlier. 99. Bro, all right, so let's think of, all right, so what year is this? 2021. When was she born? Minus 99.
1922.
22, dude. She's World War II. Yeah, she saw all of that, right? What else happened since?
Well, that's what I want to ask is like, what you see now, like, did you ever go through anything like that? Or is this like the worst thing you've seen our country go through? Like, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, she's been through a lot. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, just to see where like today's events line up with stuff she's lived through.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How many presidents she's went through, and like she's still funny. Like I think she's still funny.
I'm gonna see if I can find her tips on a healthy living life.
Probably like drinking Dr. Pepper every day or something like that.
Dude, I know.
Like laugh. I see all these laugh
is one of them. I think we've got that down.
We're good.
Stay positive.
I'm not good at that.
No,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Avoid complaining.
Nah, I'm not good at that.
Keep busy.
I stay busy.
Exercise your mind. Busy. And then this one's very interesting. She also told this person interviewing her that she loves vodka and hot dogs.
Like
That's a weird
together?
combo.
She just said probably in that order. Vodka and hot dogs are important.
Oh, imagine
Can't
your
say
burps.
Ever.
Yeah, I don't think it's together, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't do too good of a job wording what exactly she meant by that. She just said probably in that order. So
She
it's like,
means in that order then.
yeah. So I don't know if she'd eat them and drink them together.
I'm trying to look at like a timeline between then, you know.
Yeah.
So she was born in 22. The Model T was still like being produced.
Good
Dude, that's
gracious.
crazy.
So yeah, what was happening in 1922?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Dude, the KKK was marching in DC in 25. What? Dude, if the KKK marched now, people would just straight up just shoot them. Which, you know, that's
Yeah.
I've never seen any KKK like people, you know, like dressed. I'm sure there's probably, I know they're still around, and it's a, you know, it's a hate group and whatnot.
22 is when it says Amelia Earhart set out.
Really?
Oh, dude, man,
She's been flying for a long time.
that's just crazy. It's blowing my mind right now.
Y'all didn't catch that joke. It's okay.
Stupid.
Went over my head.
God, I like nobody laughed, and I was like, "Dang, I thought it was funny." My bad.
She still hasn't been back.
Yeah, she went
to the same store to get bread as my dad did, dude.
So
At least you can laugh about that.
she went through. Oh, what is that thing? I got a picture of. Bless you.
There you go. Coronavirus. Man, yeah, she's old.
She's very old.
RJ, so I'm interested. You're wearing AirPod Pros, and are they good? Like, I kind of want some.
Yeah, so I love mine, dude. I got these over the regular AirPods because of the noise cancellation.
Yeah.
And
already have that,
honestly, they did.
Oh,
really? Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't need that.
Yeah, right. Well, ever since I gave my hearing aids away to my mom, I was like, oh, because I never wore headphones, like especially in-ear stuff before that because of my hearing aids. So I got these, and I do like the noise cancellation, but it is, like Bryce said, it kind of works too well for me sometimes because of my hearing loss. So when I turn on the noise cancellation, if it's not a super noisy place, I can hear my blood beat, like my heartbeat in my ears. So like in my office right now.
I don't know if I'd like that.
Yeah, in my office right now, I don't do that, you know?
No.
So, but like when I'm like at the gym or something, I do that, and it works really well, dude. I love them, man. I love them. Yeah, I suggest you get them. Honestly, I know they came out. Yeah, but I don't know if I'll ever buy headphones again, though. You know.
Yeah.
I know the Apple came out with a new over-the-ear ones, but I don't know.
I've heard mixed reviews. I'm wearing these Bobo over-the-ear Amazon ones that I got for gaming. It was like $30. But
I got these that come with the phone when you buy it.
yeah, obviously I don't wear these out and about, but I feel like if I had AirPods, I could wear them out and about.
Well, that's a good thing to know. I would hope not. You wouldn't be walking down the street with those.
With this big
You
cord.
remember when Beats
It's
first
like
came
6
out?
feet long.
Everybody was doing that.
God, I never understood the whole. Gracious, bless you,
dude. Yeah, people used to wear them, the over-the-ear Beats, out and about, and I had youth come in all the time, and I'm like, all right, you're not. I'm about to. You know, we're about to play games. I'm about to speak. You're not wearing headphones the whole time. You know, come on, dude. But yeah, I like the AirPods because you could, like, you know, if you turn your head the right way, you can hardly see them. You know, it'd be good for kids in school, I guess.
How about, I don't know what just made me think of this. I mean, I guess because it's coming up, Martin Luther King Day. I mean, Betty White lived through that. Like,
yeah,
JFK and
all these crazy things, dude.
Yeah.
She saw Israel become a nation. You know, like it's Dude, that's crazy. And like her mind is there, right? Like she's
I hope she's like written a book of like just what she's experienced.
I
it makes you
like
think.
years.
Yeah,
What'd you
like
say?
I want to go to a nursing home to just be like, hey, tell me about your life, you know?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah.
She was born before sliced bread was invented.
Stop.
I swear. I just looked it up because I thought I heard that before. So I looked up when was sliced bread invented. It was 1928.
No, dude, my grandma talks about she was born in 36, but she talks about remembering when she first got a refrigerator. And like, so she grew up in the mountains of North Carolina. And I was like, what'd you do before then? She's like, if we needed to keep something cool, like we'll just put it in the stream. Like if we bought
Yeah, that's what I
watermelon.
was say because it stays cold in that the streams up there.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm like, what about meat? She's like, well, if we had like meat and stuff like that, we had a cellar type thing where they went inside the ground and they put a bunch of salt and preservatives on it. And if they didn't eat it that day, you know,
Yeah,
dude,
That's
but
nuts.
they didn't have meat with every meal either, though.
true. Yeah, because that was like an expensive thing back then.
Yeah,
unless
luxury.
unless it was like your own cattle or something.
Yeah, yeah. She grew up next to a farm, so like it's, that I guess that's cool. But that's just crazy. Not thinking
Yeah.
about having a refrigerator.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah. I would have. I mean, nowadays you talk to a kid and be like, "Do you remember not having like cell phones being around?" I remember like
Right.
cell phones being around.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
the
for
little
sure.
phones you had in the bag that you put in the car.
Yeah, my aunt had a car that had a phone in it, like in the middle console, and I always thought it was like a mafia car. I don't know why I thought that, but like when we go to Uganda each year, we see like we go in the bush and it's like National Geographic stuff, like the mud huts and everything. But every once in a while, you'll see like they don't have refrigerators. But every once in a while, you'll see a solar pad up on top of the mud huts.
That's awesome.
And I'll ask the people, like our guides and stuff, and our natives. I was like, "Hey, what are they doing? That's for their cell phones?"
Nice.
Bump a refrigerator. We just need that communication.
Yeah,
That's like I was walking when I went to Israel. We were walking to it was the tomb of Samuel, I think, and so like it was weird. Like half of it was like a mosque for Muslims, and the other half was like a temple for the Jews and stuff. And this Muslim walked out. He had his head stuff on. Pakistani Muslim, I think is what they called him.
okay, yeah, because that's the country that's right next to it, right?
I think so. And he was like walking out, and he was on the cell phone talking like a little flip phone. And I was like, I wouldn't expect to see this over here. Like,
Oh man, dude, that would be the ultimate. All right, so if us three could take the ultimate bro trip around like anywhere in the world, where would we go?
Well, I don't know. I like the United States stuff, honestly.
Yeah,
I like seeing cities. I went to Seattle and I love Seattle. So it made me want to see more cities on the West Coast. Like, I wouldn't want to live in California, but I want to see all
Heck
that on
no.
the coast.
I wouldn't want to go like want to live in Oregon or Washington either.
No.
cold and
It was
rainy.
different. Yeah. It's a different world there, but it's a
I don't think I
beautiful
fit in up there.
city. No.
the
My
LA?
bucket list is to go to every Major League Baseball stadium. So,
so you've been doing that for a while though, right?
yeah, probably 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
How many have you seen so far?
Only 6.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing's close. I mean, outside of Atlanta, the nearest stadium is 10 hours away.
Wow.
Oh dang, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Washington.
that's true.
Yeah.
Washington or Tampa Bay.
Florida, yeah, are they both 10 hours though?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't realize that.
We should go to LA.
That would be fun.
Are you sure? Because
No, I'm just kidding. I really wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big like crowded city fan. Like I like having my space. Like if I'm in like big crowds, like it takes a lot for me to like keep my composure, like at baseball games and basketball games, like because you're in such a crowd waiting and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't like feeling. It's not like I'm claustrophobic, but I just don't like everybody around me.
Makes
And so
sense.
to go into like a big city, oof. I'd have to have Probably some drinks in me to be able to handle it.
Well, now's the time to do it though, because everybody's not super crowded.
Yeah, but we can't get in. I don't think they're on shutdown over there.
Oh
So
yeah,
we couldn't
LA.
see
Can't do
anything.
out there.
We couldn't see anything.
No,
True.
I was gonna go. If the Braves made the World Series, I was gonna go because it was so cheap to fly, and the World Series ticket was so cheap. It was like $80 round trip to Dallas and $80 ticket, which you'll never ever see again.
No, heck no.
So
I just want to experience the weather out there. You know, like they say it's like sunny all the time and whatnot.
yeah,
There's a lot of earthquakes too.
Dude, I think I've lived through like a South Carolina earthquake. You know, like
I was in a Costa Rica one, and it
oh
was
jeez,
a 6.2, 6.3, whatever the scale is. They're like in the middle of the night. It was this 2018, no, 19. I went. I was supposed to be going this year, but with COVID, we're going again next year. We're dead asleep, and like I'm a heavy sleeper. Like it takes a lot for me to wake up, and like everybody wakes up, and like I'm like, what is going on? And like they didn't tell us what we had to do, so we like stayed in the room, and we're like, and like it was just everything was shaking, stuff was falling off the bed, and then I looked at our guy, like the guy who headed up the trip. His name's George. Me and him were close, and he's like, we had bunk bed, but we didn't have to sleep. Like I put my clothes up on the top, just so critters it would be harder for them to get in, because there's no air conditioning, so windows were open.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, and so he like had a blanket over the side of his bed to like block light because there's lights outside and stuff. And like I see him peek through, and he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know." It was like he just lay there, and he like pulls, and he's like, "What's going on?"
He thinks you're shaking the whole room.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I don't know. And like everybody's waking up, and we're like, "Oh my god, what do we do?" And come to find out, what you're supposed to do is like prop the door open. So if something falls on like the doorway, the door frame, it won't like crush the door, and you'll be able to open it still. Like you'll still be able to get out.
Oh, so you won't jam, so you won't be jammed in.
And you're supposed to go to like a flat area with nothing around. Meanwhile, we had our door closed and we were sitting in our bed. We didn't know what we were supposed to do. And like it was a big one, like a 6.2. I mean, that's a pretty, and we weren't even like at the center of it. And so,
jeez. No, I remember some little ones here. There was one when we were in college. You remember that, Bryce?
Valentine's Day, yeah.
Yep, it was. It really was. It wasn't big. You could feel it.
What year was that? Like 2012 or something like that?
That was 2000. No, it was.
I remember that one too.
14.
I wasn't.
Because
that was before I knew y'all.
I was doing laundry at a friend's house.
Right. When did we meet? 2014.
Yeah, I think it was 2014, or it might have been 2013. I don't know, but I remember that one. That was like the. I don't know if it's the biggest one South Carolina had, but it's I've never been through one, and I remember that one. It just made my stomach feel weird. That was it. It was just a little tiny thing.
When you're laying in the bed and your bed's shaking like the one in Costa Rica, dude, it's a weird feeling. Like you don't, like I didn't, like it took me a minute to be like, what? Like why is this happening? Like what do I do? Like it's just a weird feeling that you don't ever like. I don't know. It's like a weird experience.
Could you get up and walk around?
No, I just sat on the corner of the bed, put my feet on the ground, but I wasn't gonna try to walk. It was like 3:00 in the morning or something.
I would have ran out, dude. I don't know. Like I would have.
Yeah, but nighttime there, dude, all the critters and stuff, and like we're in the rainforest, so like.
Yeah. Did they have those screaming birds? I had those in Honduras. They're called. I don't know what they're called. I think they're in Costa Rica too. But they have like I try to go to sleep at night, and there's just these birds that legit just sound like a human scream. And I'm like, no, I couldn't live over here. No.
They have a snake over there that's like the most poisonous snake I think there is.
Really?
Really?
Oh yeah, like so there's a coffee bean farm right near where we stay, and so we toured it and stuff. And the guy was saying people from Honduras or Guatemala. Which one is it? Either way, somebody from another, they'll come and work. Kind of, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. They work for cheap, kind of, and so they're like if they were gonna see one, if they see one while they're working, they like you'll just see all the workers just take off running.
Really?
Yeah, because somebody asked when we went, they were like, if I get bit by one of these, like, what do I do? And they're like, just pick a spot and lay down because you're not gonna make it. Yeah,
Really?
he's like, you're not making it to the hospital. And like me,
Wow.
me with snakes.
Yeah, snakes are my biggest fear.
Oof.
I don't mind snakes. When we were
I've
in
seen-
Uganda, we it's kind of like the opposite, like because you had the black mamba there, which is super deadly,
Right.
and they're in trees because they're super slow, so they like to fall on you, and
What?
so they ambush you. And so instead of when people see it, instead of running away, we were doing some medical clinic in one of these villages, and all you heard was black mamba, and then like all these kids just ran up to this tree and they're trying to knock it down to kill it and
Why?
stuff.
What?
Dude, I'm like, no, man, no. Like I don't know. I guess that's what you get when you don't have TV. Like you try to kill the super poisonous snake. I don't know. Like
So the fer-de-lance is the one I'm pretty sure in Costa Rica that's the most deadly.
Oh.
Yeah, like just the name
Jeez.
itself, you're like, But dude, I saw a TikTok and like the snake was in a closet. I guess it was somebody's pet. And the thing was huge, and it like opened the door by itself. Yeah, and I was like,
I don't mind
Dude,
snakes, but I
shoot, no,
wouldn't
dude.
have a pet snake. You know, like
heck
Heck
no.
no.
Dude, if I ever like talked to a girl and she had a pet snake, I'm like, like you got to pick.
Me and
You're
the
a
snake.
snake, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure she'd probably pick the snake, and I'd be like, okay, that's fine because
Dang it, Bryce. That's why you don't have a girlfriend now. There's probably a girl listening right now, and it's like, Bryce is kind of cute. But then you're
but-
like, hey, but she got a pet snake, you know? And
hey man, I can't live with the fear.
No, I wouldn't either.
I don't want to be with someone where I fear my life, not because of her, but because of her pet.
That's true.
that's fun.
Yeah. And then I saw one where like it was a snake was like it was almost like a zoo, I think, in the glass, and it was breaking the glass.
Oh, like Harry Potter stuff?
Dude, I don't know. I can barely even watch stuff with snakes on it. That's
how I am with spiders.
Dude, spiders too.
Same.
There's a spider in Costa Rica on the wall, and I walked in and I was like, I'm not even killing this. I got to get somebody else to do it. And the joker was like that big.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Nope. Brandy kills all the spiders in our house. I ain't too afraid to admit that.
Yeah.
I've had 4 black widows in my garage like the last 2 weeks.
Stop, really?
I don't know where
Man.
they come from. None in the house that I've seen, but
Yeah.
Dude, that's why, like, if I ever live in the country, I want like at least 1 or 2 outside cats to keep all
take
that
care
stuff
of that
away.
stuff.
No,
Right.
no, our neighborhood has tons of cats, and I still get spiders every once in a while.
But that's because they're not at your house.
Not sure. I guess
Gotta
it's
get the cat.
Like
at your
when we
house.
moved in to where we used to live in the parsonage, it's out in the country. And there was like a mice problem. And like my parents fed stray cats one time, even though they don't like cats. And like we stopped having that problem. And so
now you got a cat problem though. You know?
yeah, well, we moved from there. None of them made it. None of them made the transition. So we're good.
There you go.
And where we're at now, we have no bushes. We got all the bushes removed and stuff, so we don't have to worry about them hiding in there and stuff.
Yeah, I don't have any trees. All the trees in our neighborhood are out, which is nice. But
Yeah, that is nice.
Says bushes what attract stray cats?
No, not cats. Snakes and stuff.
rodents and stuff.
Yeah, they
okay.
hide in bushes. Yeah.
Oh,
And like when we first moved in, there was like bushes all around the house, and my dad was like, "Yep, we're getting rid of those."
Getting
And I was
them
like,
out,
"Good
yeah.
call."
yeah, I got bushes all around my house, but I don't have any rats though.
Yeah.
But
Interesting. All right, so random, another trending topic. One of the most searched things is the COVID vaccine. Talk about immunity from snakes and spiders.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I don't plan on taking it.
I don't know yet. I think
I've never got the flu vaccine, so
I neither.
I've never had the flu either. Knock on wood.
I've had the flu once. You'd think after getting it, I'd get the shot, and I didn't. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait and see the effects, if any, first. Because I think the way they're doing it, like me being a church worker, we're like phase 2 or phase
Really?
1.A or something or C. Yeah,
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what I
like,
heard.
I'm gonna get it just because I travel so much outside of the country. I'm gonna have to get it.
That's the
You know, it's
thing,
kind of
it's
like when you go to Africa and stuff, you have to have a yellow fever shot, you know? So I'm sure I'm going to have to have the vaccine.
Yeah. That's another thing. It just depends on like Costa Rica what they require, and if I ever go back to Israel and stuff like that. I think it's so early on. I want to see what. Like, I don't think there's gonna be any, but I just want to see how people do with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I know some people that they got the shot, some healthcare workers, and then they tested positive for the virus like 2
Well,
days
that's
later.
like
really?
with the flu, they like put a little bit in you to make your body be able to fight it.
I don't think the vaccine has an active virus, though.
Oh,
It
really?
doesn't.
So, yeah, from what I've
But supposedly it takes 28 days for it to like fully affect. I saw somebody say that.
You have to go
and it's a
back.
2-shot. Yeah, it's a 2-shot process.
Depending on-
too.
But I think that's depending on. There's like 2 different companies that make it, right?
Oh, yeah. I didn't
Moderna
know. I thought.
and Pfizer.
And I think one of them's 2 and the other one's just 1. I don't know.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I've been told that by some healthcare people that if you plan to have kids, you probably shouldn't take it, or if you still want to have kids, because we don't know a lot of these vaccines at first have weird effects on like infertility
really?
and stuff. Yeah, like it's just not just specifically the COVID vaccine, but just any vaccine in general.
Yeah. But I'm not one of those anti-vaxxers either. Like I think the stuff that kids get growing up. is
Yeah,
important.
they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't plan on having kids anymore. So
I gotta get the stupid Tdap shot.
I haven't even started.
Become a parent. I gotta get that in 2 weeks. I'm nervous.
what is
Which
it?
one is it?
It's the Tdap. It's for like so kids don't get whooping cough. Like you
Oh,
have to have
yeah.
it around babies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to
I heard
remember
you're
if I
sore
ever
for
got that.
like a week. I'm kind of nervous.
It's like tetanus. Tetanus, you're sore for a couple days.
It's true.
Yeah. I don't think I ever got that shot. The T whatever. I think maybe I did. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, obviously it's I don't need it now with my kids grown, but
Yeah.
So
I say they're grown, you know, they're 8 and 3, but I don't think they can. Yeah, we're done. I got snipped. So that
How is that?
I don't recommend it. My experience was kind of bad. I went in for like my appointment was like 12 o'clock, and for some reason I thought you had to fast, and I'm diabetic, so like me fasting that long is really bad. So like halfway through the surgery, he looks over the curtain, and he's like, "Man, you're really white. Are you okay?" I said, "I think my sugar's dropping." He's like, "Are you diabetic?" I was like, "Bro, like you cutting on me right now. Like you're my doctor. Do you not know this? Like you cutting on a special place too. Like it was
Dangerous.
I talked to someone who had it, and like he said he can still feel like the clamps.
Oh.
Yeah.
They do that? I thought there's clamps in there.
So they numb you, and
I thought
you feel the shot. You definitely feel the shot, and there's clamps involved, but they numb you first, so you're not supposed to feel the clamps, but I still felt the clamps, but he had to keep on numbing me. He was like, "All right, I don't know why you're burning through this, but I had to get like numbed, like I think like 5 times, and I felt it."
How long does it last?
I don't know if I want that.
I don't know.
It's forever.
No, I'm saying
Well,
how
the
long
numbing.
did like the procedure take?
Oh.
Like 45 minutes or so.
And you had to do it
Bro,
5 times?
Dude, like I had to have the shot in your privates like 5 times, and I felt them each time. And then I felt the clamps too, because that's what I was telling him. Like he would clamp me, and he's like, "Did you feel that?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Let me give you another shot." Like you feel it in your stomach. It's just
Nope, not doing it.
but I guess it's easier for us to have a procedure done than women to have it done.
Yeah, it's a much bigger procedure.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'll do this. I'd rather go through it than Brandy. But like when Brandy had her C-section with our last kid, Kingston, she was supposed to have her tubes tied while they were in there, but we had an emergency C-section. We were out of state, we were away from home. And
where were y'all?
We were in North Carolina. We were up here looking at a house.
That's right.
We saw the doctor the day before, and the doctor's like, "Yeah, you're not even dilated. You're good." But he came like 4 weeks early. And so like that next morning, Brandy's like, "My water broke." And we're like at the Super 8, and we're with her parents, and they were freaking out. And I'm like, "Nah, you're fine. Like your doctor said you're fine, like, and we're like 6 hours away from home. Like, you better be fine."
Yeah.
We go into the hospital, and they're checking her out and stuff. They're like, "All right, let's go and get you prepped up." And I was like, "Prep for what?" They're like, for the C-section. That we're not gonna be able to deliver this baby naturally. I was like, no, that's fine. But so like we're doing it. Like, can we not wait? Like, we really have to do this right now. But like, yeah, the baby, like I could see the baby's head, and I was like, oh snap, like.
So why weren't they going to be able to do it naturally?
Because the way the baby, I guess the way Kingston was situated, but also Brandy had emergency C-section with Caden too.
Once you have one, you have to, right?
Yeah, I think you can opt to have it naturally again, but I think the risks are kind of high. So like Brandy was like, no, let's go ahead and do a C-section. And for her, that's what she really wanted. She's like, I don't want to go through like hours of pain and labor. She's like, just put a shot in my back and take him out and we're good to go,
Have y'all talked about that, Chris?
What?
Which way y'all going to try?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah,
whatever happens.
Yeah.
You're not against the C-section or anything?
No, either way. We'll see how it goes. We're getting closer, so I think we're at 25 weeks. So.
Oh, wow.
May the 2nd.
That's awesome. I remember like with Caden when we were doing it natural, man, she was in so much pain, man. I was just, and then we had the doctors like, all right, something's not right. We have to emergency C-section. As a dad, you're freaking out.
Yeah.
And Brandy's in pain. She's screaming. And then they take her back to the OR and you're just left alone for a little bit. And you're like, oh man, you just kind of, I don't know. Like I felt like the loneliest I've ever been in my life. And then, so I get ready. I have to put on these scrubs and then some stuff on my, like these footies for your shoes, but I have big feet and they kept on breaking. And I was stressing out. And the nurse was like, just calm down. You're fine. I was like, what's up with Brandy? She's like, she's fine. I'm like, nah, she was just screaming, man. When y'all took her away from me, she was just screaming.
She's not okay.
And then, and then so when I went into the OR with her, she was good, like after she had her spinal tap, she was in there joking with the doctors and stuff, and I'm still freaking out, like, hey baby, you good, baby? She's like, man, let me tell you something, RJ, I
don't feel a thing.
But anyways, yeah, it was a stressful event.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Well, this has been going on for probably we're hitting either 45 minutes or an hour.
Whichever, yeah.
We should probably wrap it up here.
It's always been fun.
Oh yeah, we'll be back. We'll get this uploaded. We'll be back next Friday to record it for y'all. But share this with everyone. We like people listening to us, I think. But like we always say, we're new at this. Give us some time. And but I think we're doing an awesome job. It's always not even if people listen to it, but it's just good to hang out with you guys. With our lives being so crazy. So
for sure.
Yeah. And we're live on 3 different platforms right now: Spotify, YouTube, and then there's this other one. I don't know what it is.
We're on Google Podcast, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. Still not sure why iTunes hasn't come through yet. iTunes is really slow. And iTunes wants you to record so many episodes to make sure you're legit before they put you on there. So they should get on there soon.
Well, y'all subscribe to us on all those things. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. That really helps the algorithm out. I'm sure it helps it out like on other platforms too if you subscribe to us. But we'll see you next week.
Yep. See you, everyone.
Thanks.